Welcome back to another episode of Lowkey Unforgettable. Y'all see, we are loosely recapping and rewatching Insecure. Okay. And we are discussing this week, season 1, episode 6, Guilty as Fuck. Okay. And I don't know why I gotta say as fuck like that. I don't know why. Don't ask, because I don't know. It just sounds good coming off the tongue, like as fuck. It just the lips, whatever, the tongue, the lips. It sounds good, like that enunciation. Like, I don't know. Anyway, okay. And I should have been prepared. Forgive me. But I'm about to look up because I always like to shout out every single time. Always love to shout out the writer and the director of each episode because that's important that they get their, it's important that they get their flowers. So we get flowers over here because not only do we love the show, we support the show, but we wouldn't have the show if it wasn't for the writers and the directors. We support them as well. Okay. Debbie Allen. Hold up. Debbie Allen was the director of this episode, and Amy Aniobi, who I am a fan of her and her work. And of course, Debbie Allen, legendary. But yes, Amy Aniobi is the writer of this episode. So hell yeah. And Debbie Allen is the director. So shout out to them and those incredible women and their careers. Amy's gone on to do amazing things. And of course, Debbie Allen is still Debbie Allen, looking like she's not an age over 30. I mean, graciously. She looks amazing. And I said not an age over, a day over. Y'all know, over, same thing, right? Okay. So if you're new here, thank you and welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And thank you for being here. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Like, comment, share with your people if they loved Insecure as much as we do. It did do. Tell them about it. Tell your people. Let them know. We have a good time over here. Okay, well, without further ado, let's get into it. We already know where we left off last week. I don't even think I need to remind y'all where we left off last week because y'all know it was crazy. Y'all know it was shady. It was shady as fuck, okay? And Issa may or may not have realized that she made a mistake, okay? So we're about to see the guilt on this episode. We about to get into the guilty, okay? We about to see our girl guilty as hell, okay? So she pulls up. It's dark out. She pulls up at home. Car needs to be washed. Windshield definitely needs to be washed, but that's not what we're. So she looks at with regret. She's sitting there in the car, pulls up, looks up at the building. She's like, fuck, said I gotta go in here. I gotta face this shit, She grabs her purse. She's getting out the car. She walks up and she's standing at the door like, should I really go up in here after I know what I just did? Doom is all over her face. Okay. So she walks in. He's like, hey, babe, how was work? She's like, it was fine. She puts her bag down. He's like, what's wrong? Something happened? And she's like, I'm searching for these words to say to you right now. He's like, oh, just say it. I slept with my ex. I didn't mean to do it, and it just happened. And I didn't do it on purpose. I don't want your sloppy second ass. First of all, what did he say? Bitch, I don't want your sloppy second ass. Okay, got it. I had to say it. I was like, wait, my tongue was not delivering. I was like, wait, I'm reading it, but my brain and the way the words weren't coming out. She's like, I didn't do it on purpose. He's like, bitch, I don't want your sloppy second ass. Kind of had a little tongue twist to it. Wow. Okay, but as we know, if y'all seen it, okay, I ain't Russell Wilson with the slap, okay? If y'all haven't seen it, if y'all have never seen Insecure, you probably rewatch with me. I ain't Russell Wilson in this motherfucker. Okay, with the slap. And so she's literally, all right, so first of all, this should already be obvious, but I'm going to go ahead and say spoiler alert, okay? Because if you have not seen Insecure, first of all, you maybe should go watch Insecure first. Okay, I can't even say rewatch if you've never seen it at all. Go watch it. So first you'll know what is even happening, okay? So you can keep up. And I don't want to be spoiling anything for you if you never experienced it for the first time yourself. And all of the Insecure essence, you have to get that first because this is a rewatch. Now you can either watch for the first time as I am rewatching or as we are rewatching. That's totally fine. You can do it with us if it's your first time. But I need you to know, because if you know, that this she's sitting in the car imagining all of this. This is just an imagination. This didn't really happen. What I was just saying happened. Didn't really happen. She's imagining how bad it could be, how this could go, because she knows what she's done. She's like, I got to go in and I have to tell my man what I did. Now, she could tell him or she could not tell him. Okay. There's choices, but she's feeling guilty, rightfully so. She should feel guilty. So she comes to, as she's imagining this in the car, and now she's sitting here. She's like, oh shit. She looks up at the building again and she grabs the bag again, gets out the car, chirps the alarm, walks in. He's drinking a beer. Hey, babe, how was work? It was splendid, is what she says. Splendid? We're using splendid now? He's like, what's wrong? Why do you think something's wrong? That's what she says. I don't know. You just seem off. It was just a long day at work. That's what she says. She sits down beside him. Well, maybe I can make it better. Now, this was the part right here. This part cracks me up every time. I know it was not supposed to be funny, but it was funny. It was supposed to be funny, but it was heartfelt at the same time, right? And I felt in the moment that we knew with this woman, right? Like the guilt. If you've ever felt guilty for anything, I'll say that. If you've ever felt guilty for anything and someone does something sweet for you, that person who you feel guilty. Okay. And that person did something sweet for you that you were like, oh my gosh. And it's a reminder because you already in your head about what happened, what you did. And then this person reminds you of the love and the safe place and the safe space that you have with them. I can see how, I can see how she was triggered in this moment. I can see how she was triggered in this moment. And it's so sweet that he shows her. She's like, where's the broken pussy video? He's like, I called a guy I used to work with and he got it taken down. Like everywhere? He said, yep. If you Google your name, the only thing that comes up is your Facebook page and a singer named Issa Sakibo or something. He sounds like a Nigerian Ruben Studdard, is what he says. He starts humming, like making she starts crying in this moment. Well, hey, why are you crying? Because of what you did. He's like, babe, it was nothing. No, you took care of it. And you're always taking care of me. You're like my black Spider-Man. Hey, come here. Now I got snot all on you. Hey, it's okay. I just love you so much, is what she says. He's like, I love you too. No, but I really love you, is what she says. And I appreciate you. And I never want to forget that. You know, I like getting all this love. They start to both laugh and chuckling. What are you going to do when I tell you I picked up your dry cleaning? She sobs again. When I picked up your dry cleaning today, yeah. Oh, no, he said, no, you weren't supposed to cry. First of all, and okay, now the title card. Okay, so anyway, this scene, I mean, like I said, I don't know if the intention, it's funny. It was funny. It was funny because it's the way that the guilt just came right over sis. Like, it just came right over her. And she just could not help but cry in that moment because, you know, she's guilty now. So all the love, the what she did what she did out of their relationship. Okay, we know that Issa and Lawrence have been, you know, having a rocky time. We know that their relationship became a little rocky with him and the space that he's in. She's like, you know, you're not where I see or where I want, you know, that's for him that they didn't seem to be at the same pace. I'll say that, right? She's like, just get a job. Like, she wants him to work. He's a dreamer. He wants to get this app off the ground, and their love just kind of seemed like, you know, they just got to, I guess, a comfortable place. And she's like, I want more, right? Like, I want more. Like, I know that, you know, we got 5 years, we got this history, but it just seemed like we're just at this sunken place, you know? And we've all, I'm sure, been there in a relationship when, you know, your relationship, one time it was rainbows and sunshine and fa la 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 la. It was all the things. And then, you know, it's always like that early on. And then as time tends to go on, people, which is not always good, but people tend to take the opposite. You get comfortable, you get stuck in a place in a relationship in the way things are, or the way that just this, you know, this cycle, you know, and you either begin to sometimes take people for granted. Just get comfortable. So you're not doing the things that you maybe would have done or did in the beginning. to necessarily, you're not doing the things you did anymore. That's just it. And I think that happens in a lot of relationships, right? And then sometimes, you don't always agree on the path that, like where I'm at, where you're at. Sometimes those things don't always seem to align. But in their relationship, the core is they have love, and Lawrence loves her down, regardless of what he's doing. Is he not doing what he could or should maybe be doing at the rate that she sees it? No, he's not, right? Has he kind of lost his way? Yeah, he has lost his way, I would say, but I think he's fine. He's found it. He's finding his way back. And I think the scare was when what happened between them. I think that was the click that kind of made him like, oh, wait, I can't take my lady for granted. I'm comfortable. I'm taking her for granted now. And she's scared the shit out of me because I don't want to lose my lady. And so I think that was the scare tactic. And it wasn't like it was a tactic because she didn't do it with the intention to wasn't to scare him. That's really just genuinely how she felt. Like, I don't think my relationship, I think like I got to end things with him. I'm just not happy. We're not in a good place. But then they started to kind of get their way back. But that thing with Daniel had already rekindled. That little spark had already resparked. So now she's acted on this respark, and our girl is feeling hella guilty. She didn't act it on it. She didn't go all the way with it now. It's not even like just a flirt. It's not even a conversation. They didn't go all the way, and her relationship is in a really good place. And so now when she gets home and he's done all these really sweet things, and first of all, if it was me, I would have cried too, because I'm crying thinking about it. If my man does something like that, first of all, I don't know. My love language is acts of service. Number one, acts of service. If you make my life easier in any way, the care, I just did this for you because you didn't ask me to, but I know you've been working, you had a long day, you've been doing XYZ. So I just picked up your dry cleaning. You ain't asked me to do it, but it's in there. I took down a video. I know you were stressing about this. I know this meant so much to you, and it was messing up your job, your career, possibly. Like, it was really messing things up at your work. So I had somebody to do this thing for you that I knew was affecting you, and you couldn't get it done no other way. And so I did that for you. I would have cried too after doing some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, you can't help but feel guilty in that situation. And like I said, if you've ever been guilty for anything, like in this moment, you feel her in her heart. You feel her battle with like, I should not have done this. And you feel him and you feel that moment. And you're just like, oh my God. It makes you want to cry looking at it because you're like, oh my God. Like, you feel the... And not to say that I've ever felt guilty for anything like this, because I've never done this, right? But I can't relate. But I'm just in the sense that I have felt guilty. I've not always been righteous. You know what I mean? And so, yes, have I done things that I might have been guilty for? Absolutely. Never this. But yes, I have. And so if you've ever felt guilty for something or towards someone, for whatever it may be, then you definitely understand, like, damn, you are down for me. And I fucked up. I should not have done that. I should not have said that. Whatever it is, right? So anyway, yeah, I feel my girl. And I know I went on a rant about that, but that moment was just I had to talk about that because that's like one of my favorite scenes of the show because it's real. That moment was and anybody know me, if you know, I love real moments. Like, even in comedy, I love moments that are grounded in real life. And that moment was so real. You know what I mean? But it was funny because the way she cried, it was so unexpected. And the moment was funny, but it was like, this is some real shit. You know what I mean? And so I just want, as a writer, producer, as from my standpoint on the outside looking inward and knowing I'm like, that was perfect. Like, I don't know if it was written that way, but it was perfect. So as a creator, it's genius. I love it. But just as someone watching it as a viewer, I'm like, it's just great. Anyway, one of my favorite scenes. Back to the show. because I've been talking about this longer now. Okay. The song playing says, I'm not perfect. I have flaws. Babe, my teeth feel clean as fuck. He said, these new floss things, they really get in there. He said, look, babe, look good. They come in. They start kissing. Aw, shucks. And so all she can see and flash into her mind is her with Daniel. What? He's like, what? She's like, nothing. I got the chills real quick. He said, come here, let me warm you up. So she gets on top of him. They kissing on the bed. He rubbing on her back, and all she's flashing back is her and Daniel on that floor, and she on top. What? He said, you still cold? She said, really, just really got me, been having me stressed out. Hold on, wait a minute. For one, in this scene, anyway, I never paid attention to this before. All I'm gonna say. Okay. Anywho, I'm like, okay, that's very, she's like, can we just lay here? She's like, yeah. So he's completely thrown off. She said, you're not mad? He's like, nah, I'm cool. He mad. She's like, thanks, babe. So she just lays there, puts her hand on his chest, lays on his chest, but his hair with her hand on his chest. And he's just laying flat on his back with, poking. Okay. So anyway, Molly wakes up and she's disoriented, eyes blurry. She wakes up, doesn't know where the hell she is. She's like, what the fuck? So she realized she obviously is somewhere she don't know where the hell. She looks like shit. Okay. So then her eyes come clear. She can see. She gets up and she goes into... She's like, hey, walking towards Jared. Thanks for letting me stay here last night. He said, you didn't really leave me much of a choice. That's true. Is that Cookie Crisp? Dang, I haven't had that since like elementary. So what was that? What was last night about? You show up faded at my place out of nowhere. Yeah, I was just going through something with this dude. And I guess my drunk brain just led me here. He's like, okay. He's like, what? She's like, what? She's like, he's like, it's fine if you and I didn't work out, but it just feels like you're playing games and I'm not really about that. That's fair. She's like, you're right. I was doing the most, but I really did like you. He looked up at her like, all right, I fucked up and you didn't deserve any of that and I'm sorry. You know what? I suck. I'm just gonna go. So he slides her the box without saying anything. He's like, don't smile. You ain't getting no milk. She's like, thanks. Yes, your hair looks great like that, by the way, is what he says. So what are you doing today? I have errands. You need a ride? That's what he asks. Whoa, you still got errands? As he's pounding the shit out of her up against this goddamn wall. Man, insecure in these goddamn sex scenes. Okay, anyway, yeah, so that up against the wall shit, it looks good. But I don't know if it's ideal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say it's ideal, but it looks good. That's just all. So Molly, goddamn Molly. Molly is just Molly is, first of all, she shows up drunk at the dude's place that she says she just wants to be friends. And you show up at his place drunk and then proceeds to tell him this morning that you was just going through something with another dude. That make you sound crazy, Molly. It just makes you look unstable. Like you just can't, you're not, it makes you look bad, girl. It make you look bad, sis. Showing up at another man's house talking about you going through something with another man, so you get fucked up to show up at this man's door. Why? And then it is like, even though it worked out, okay, for them. But the point is that, and he still was right, regardless of what they chose to do, what they did after, what he said was right. Stop playing. It seems like you're playing games, and I ain't with that. Like, showing up at my door, it's not cool. It's all mixed up. You want to be friends, but you showing up at my door. Like, makeup girl, what do you want? She don't know what she want. She know what she want, but she's going about it completely wrong. I mean, when I say completely wrong, our girl Molly needs some help. She needs some help. She needs some help. She needs some help. I mean, she really does. She really does. She's poor Molly. Poor Molly. Anyway, so Issa, she at home making breakfast. Look at her. Isn't bacon. Okay. He come out like, what's the occasion? He said, she's like, can I just wake up and want to cook breakfast for my babe? Yeah, you can, but it just feels so new. Just wanted to thank you, officially. Ooh, is that French toast? No, it's waffles. That's right, waffles. Look like French toast too, and fruit. So we got bacon, blueberry waffles, eggs lightly scrambled. Okay, plus strawberries and pineapples. Damn, East. Like, damn. I was just thinking we should go out later. It's been a minute since we had a date night. You know I'm down. He's like, yeah, I know I'm down. Look at you, cooking breakfast, making dinner plans. Yo, I got me a real one. All right, hand me some fruit. Ooh, he got himself a real one. He got himself a real one, y'all. What y'all think? She a real one? She a real one? I just wonder. She a real one. She a real one. She is a real one. She's a real one. I'm not even being funny. She's a real one. But what she did was not very real. Okay. So it's fucked up. It's fucked up. You got a good man. It's a good man, Savannah. That's a good man. You shouldn't have did what you did. She shouldn't have done it. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say about that. Okay? That's it. She should not have done it. Daniel, I know he was digging in them crates. I know he was in them guts. I know he was. And I know, girl. But no. You got a good man that loves you and picks up your dry cleaning. What's wrong with you? Shame. So now we're at Issa's work. And they're discussing the silent auction, the RAM, okay, donating tickets. They're having, okay, Issa gets a text message from Daniel. Are you okay? She deletes immediately. Hold on, wait. What else did he say? Because she deleted so damn fast. I couldn't even catch it. Did I do something? Are you okay? Did I do something? She deletes them. The whole point was to invite kids this year. Yeah. Why are we pressed to do it in Malibu? Did you hear the part about the tables and chairs? I did. But can't we do it somewhere near, like Inglewood or Baldwin Hills? I mean, Malibu's nice. We got Charles is in this community. It would just be great to show the kids and there's beauty in their own backyard. Issa's got a point. I think that's a great idea. That's what her boss says. Now that you ask, I'm just adding. Okay. Oh, wait. Who said that? That it's not. Maybe her boss didn't say it. Oh, she said me too. Yeah, that she said not that you asked, but so her boss did say it. Okay. So she picks up her phone. Issa, seriously, call me. Is Daniel. She deletes. Jesus saves. Amen. So Molly chefing it up. She in the kitchen, chefing it up. Looks definitely more put together now because she looked a hot ass mess before. So she's cooking. She gets this phone call. Yo, you know what? Chrissy Teigen has a dope ass cookbook. Are you in the kitchen? Please get the fuck out. Is what Issa says. No, I will not. I'm cooking for somebody. Who, that lawyer nigga? Okay, is this a shade free zone? Never. Okay, you remember Jared? You are the worst. Girl, I know, right? So what happened with the league? Girl, I'm over them niggas. Like, they look good on paper, but they are on some bullshit. So you're with Jared now? Girl, I know, right? Life is a funny thing. I can't get into why I'm saltine, but the point is we talked, he checked me. I mean, we had a real honest conversation. I just like that we can just share and be real. It's important. You fucked that nigga? Yes, I did. That is not the point. I mean, it was different. It just felt different. Okay, girl, look at you. As Issa getting ready for her date. Was it good? Bitch. Okay, wait, I gotta go. He's here. Oh, a mess. So she walks to the door and hey, he got a bottle. Okay, they start immediately fucking. Wow. Thank you, Chrissy. Have you tried Blue Apron? Stay focused. Okay. All right. Well then, so at the movies, Issa and Lawrence, he's like, hold on, wait. Why did I put the remote over here? That wasn't helpful. Yo, next time we're getting 2 popcorns. I barely ate any. I did not eat that much. No, none fell. She's down her shirt. Shout out to us. Shout out to us if you ever had that happen. Okay, none fell down your dress. So she looks because how many of us have had that happen? How many have ever had fall right down your shirt? You got crumbs in your shirt. And you be like, yeah, that happens. Wow, look at that. Literally falls areas. Those were what did she say? Those were on the floor before. Haha, that was funny. That was cute. But yeah, that do be happening for real. They look so cute on their little dip. Hey, let's go in here for a sec. Okay now. Wait. I've been thinking about this stud or hoop. Hold on, wait. So I'm thinking about getting a nose ring. So they go into a jewelry store. Okay, hi. Can I see a Marquise cut with a platinum band? The man knows what he wants. What you know about a Marquise cut? The diamonds begin in a 1/2 carat and go up to 3. This one. That's very nice, the man said. He's like, thank you. He puts it on her finger. He proceeds to put it on her finger. Wow. Do you like that? That's what he asked. And all she's thinking about it when Daniel was asking, do you like that? She's like, what? Can we go? Why? I just don't feel good, is what she says. I think I had too much junk at the movies. Sorry. That's okay. So he's like, it's okay. So he leaves awkwardly, like, what the fuck just happened? You're lying. I cannot see you as a fat kid. Husky. My mom said I was husky. Now we're back at Molly's. We're back at Molly's with Jared. So they talking about childhoods and all the things and moms and things. Your mom sounds like a lovely woman, is what she says. She is. She's nice. She was always on me. I remember my first year in college, Molly says, I wowed out, just piss her. I want to hear, just piss her off. I want to hear more about this wild Molly. That's okay. No, what? Did you go to juvie? You were slinging that rock? Shut up. No, I just did some young, dumb shit. Okay. That salad looked good. I may or may not have slept with. Hold on. What is she? I may or may not have slept with her college professor. With a college professor. He's like, wow. Okay, more please. Also in college, I made out with a girl at a frat party. I see. I'm not mad at that. Of course you're not. Okay, what else? I did coke for like a hot second in law school. I had my tongue pierced for like a month. Wait, why am I only one sharing? Where's your dirt? She asks. I ran naked through a Best Western one time. I was so fucking high. Please come harder. Okay, I slept with my first boss, and she was married. The Husky Homewrecker. That's what they called me. Okay, what else you got? When I was 20, I kind of had a sexual experience like yours. What you mean? I messed around with a guy before. Wait, you did what? I mean, it was like a long time ago. My friend and I were at this party in New York, both super drunk. Went back to his place, and then, it just kind of happened. What kind of happened? He went down on me. Oh, so you're like, bye? No, definitely not. I mean, I had never done anything like this before. And I knew afterwards it wasn't for me. Oh, like how long after though? Like immediately. But immediately when? And like, was this like a one-time thing with this one guy, or was it like one thing with other guys? Ollie, one guy, one time. That's it. He can feel the judgment. She's like, okay. I have so many questions. So now she with the girls. Okay. All right, y'all. So this episode this episode might be a little longer because I feel like I have so much to unpack and talk about on this episode. I just feel like there's so much to talk about, so much to share. This is the moment, I think, if I am not mistaken, I think earlier in this episode, or not this episode, but earlier in the season, I think I alluded to something that I had to share about Jared. And I said, I'll wait to share that. I don't know if I should reveal it now or if I should I reveal it now? Is this the time to reveal it? Because ultimately we know from here, Molly tried to look past it, but she could only still see that. And that's ultimately what broke them or separated them, because he's really into her. She was really into him. But then once he told her that, rapski, it was a rap. She couldn't see past it. She tried. She did try. I give her that credit. To her credit, she tried, but she could not see past that. But what I was alluding to earlier in the season, or that I feel like I mentioned, I said, we'll get to it because I didn't want to talk about it too soon. I feel like Jared was the one that got away. I said it. I did. I stand 10 toes down on what I said. I said it and 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 I say it again. Jared, for Molly, was the one who got away. Now, mind you, we still have some, obviously, we're still in the season. We still have more to come. We still have, because we know where Molly ended up. We're not done with Insecure yet. Okay. So we still have more to cover here. And that does not mean, because I don't want to get jumped too far ahead, is what I'm saying, to talk about like the future, because if people may have not seen the show, I don't really want to like jump too far ahead of where we are right now and kind of like spoil that or whatever the case may be. But you know what? We know, because I feel like if you're here, you already know. Okay. And if not, again, stop it. Skip this part. But I feel like we all know where Molly ended up. We know at the end, she ends up married at the end of the show. And while I really like, and I do believe that who she married, I do believe he's a really, and it's funny because a lot of times the person that's right in front of your face the whole time is the person that she never suspected that was the man for her. Like they didn't even really know each other. They worked together. She knew that she actually didn't think that they got along. Like it was like a tension between them or something. Like it was very always tense. And then once they kind of, the ice was broken and they really like chipped back the layers of the work layer, it was like, oh, we do relate to each other. And then they got closer, they got to know each other. And not saying he was a dope, really got good man. And where they left us and what we know about him, he was definitely like an obvious choice, right? There, he's more aligned when it comes to like, you know, they have the same career, they get each other, they have fun together, which is important. I mean, he was everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that she should not have married him, but what I'm saying is that I feel like Jared was a good second. Like, if what happened if she did not get married and it didn't work out with him, Jared would have been the one that got away. Like, if people always like, no matter what, y'all heard the one that got away. Like, you might be married and you might be happy and all the things, but you always think like, damn, that person. And I think she felt that too, because we also remember and know that before she even got with her said husband, she saw him, and she, of course, when they were doing the movie out loud, I think it was for Issa's birthday or something like that. This was like maybe season 3 or 4, three maybe. I can't remember, but either way, she ran into Jared, and she immediately thought he was talking about that he was on a date with a guy, and he wasn't. He was on a date with a girl, but she still, even when she saw him, it was like, damn. But she immediately thought, like, she still had that in her mind. She couldn't let it go. Even still, when she saw him, I think it was a bit of regret, though. I think at that moment, even after he walked, and when she knew it was a woman, I think it was like a jab. Like, in that moment, I was like, yeah, she feel that he the one that got away. And she knowing and realizing she fucked up. Now, I'm going to defend myself because I feel like y'all judging me. I feel like I can feel the judgment through the computer. Well, because I'm recording on the computer, but anyway, I feel like I can feel the judgment through the TV or through the audio. I feel like I can feel your judgment from wherever you're watching. The reason why I say this, and why a lot of people are like, how could you say this, right? Am I saying that you should be with a man who's been with a man before? Absolutely not. Am I saying that as a woman that should be your, like, you should be like, oh, he's been with a man, or he's had a past with men, or whatever the case may be? Is that something I strive for? No. But, do you, right? I'm not judging someone or for whatever, like, do you, right? Is that my preference? Absolutely not. If a man told me this, that he had a past. Now, the difference is, and this is where I say I feel like Jared's situation wasn't like yes, I'm obviously bisexual, or yes, I've been with men. Yes, I like men. Yes, I'm attracted to men, and I'm also attracted to women. That's the difference. Yes, I've been with multiple men. Yes, I've actually slept with them. That it's the difference, right? If these are the conversations and these are the things that's being said, no. Not any of those, that it might just be okay to open up your mind, because this is a really good guy. Seems to have been a really good guy. We didn't even really get to know Jared, like really, really get to know Jared. But I feel like he was a good guy, and good for her, because he grounded her. And she even sat back and said, he checked me. She liked that. She liked that he checked her. You know what I mean? So he's gonna put his foot down, when necessary, but he's gonna love you, gonna show up for you, he's still gonna be there, he's still gonna do all the things, but he's not gonna just let her, that typical Molly-isms, all the Molly-isms, he's not gonna just let Molly be doing wilding. Like, no, we're not doing that. You either gonna come this way, or what is it gonna be? And I respect that. And I think she respected it too. But once she found that out, it was all she wrote. But I think she could have been open. I do. He didn't say, he was very honest. He was very straight with what she was asking. He was like, no, it was just, he went down on me. It was one time I realized immediately it wasn't for me. We were super drunk. It happened. Boom. But the double standard is that she could kiss a girl and it was all good. That's the part that was fucked up to me. Because I feel like if you're going to be looking at one and you're going to judge him for his hiccup, then what about your hiccup? Then he has the right to judge you for yours. You know what I'm saying? That's the part that I'm like, and that's the double standard that exist a lot when it comes to that topic and so many others, and it's not fair. It's really not fair, because if you're going to judge one, then what's good for the goose, good for the gander. Y'all know the saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be, you can't be picking and choosing which is okay and which is not. Now, it may not be for you, but in general, you can't be picking what's cool and no, it ain't. It's not right. It's not right. So I say all that to say, in that situation, that scenario, I feel like Molly could have possibly been open to that with him and accepted that, because they both had a hiccup and say, oh, his won't, but it won't like he slept with the guy and or multiple times or multiple guys. He realized it wasn't for him. Let me try to proceed and take this. Okay, what he did, boom, get tested. Testing, okay, let's talk about that. Most importantly, what we should be talking about anyway, what them test results do. Okay, that's all I gotta say. So now that's the most important thing. What we should be talking about anyway, in any dynamic, any relationship, heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, whatever your thing is, do you, boo? But that's what we should be talking about. Now that should have been her, like, hey, well, let me tell you what, I might be open to this with you, but and we need to be doing this, and that should be talked about. That should have been talked about anyway, right? But I think she could have possibly been open to that with Jared. I really do. I don't care. Y'all can judge me. I don't care. Talk about it in the comments. Talk about it. Let's talk about it in the comments. I want to hear what y'all have to say. Do y'all agree? Do y'all not agree? If y'all don't agree, that's fine. I'm not saying it's for me again, but I'm saying that I believe that was a viable option and a viable, and that wasn't, I don't think it was that, it won't that serious. I feel like that one could have been like, okay, in this fictional situation. Now, again, if it's hard to place if it was actually done to me, would I have judged him? No. She judged him. I would have been like, okay, I can't, who am I to judge, right? But at the end of the day, would I have judged him? No. Judgment is that's you and God, baby. I can't judge you. Right? Is it for me? Like, okay, Erica, take the fictional part out of it. What if this person was a real person and he was trying to pursue, like, he was with you, girl, would you have done it? In this situation with Jared, if the situation was exactly the same, mine is, I've never kissed a girl, so I can't relate to that. But, and especially if I had said, well, yeah, I've done the same thing with the girl, if I could say that, then absolutely, what am I look like? I definitely can't judge you. Right? But I've never kissed a girl, so I can't personally relate to that. But if I had to say, like, if he came to me, would I be open? I feel like I would like to feel like, I would like to think that I would be like, okay, this situation is not like, I would have had the same questions, right? Everybody has a past. And I'm a firm believer of that. As long as your past does not trickle into is not a present day or trickle into your future, I like to think that I could see past it, that I'm that open-minded to do that, especially with everything else. And he's a good guy. If everything else is like on point, then I'm like, but anyway, that's besides the point, because it's not a real person. Am I trying to put myself in that? Is it for me? Am I saying that it's like, oh, I'm like, no. I'm not saying it's for me, but I'm saying that I think she could have been open in that situation. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Now back to the show, because I've been rambling enough on every subject, and we only like in the middle of the episode. Come on, y'all. Okay. So now she with the girls, and she's like, I have so many questions. They like, I have so many questions. Shit, me too. Okay, how many times? Did he like it? Okay, did he come? Did they both come? Shit, we're all thinking that, sweetie, you can't keep dating him. This is what Tiffany says. He's gay, because that totally makes him gay, right? Is what Molly says. Bitch, sophomore year, you hooked up with that chick who looked like somebody. Okay, who didn't? It's different for women. That's what Tiffany says. You're telling me that once a dude touches a dick, he's gay? Yes. So it's like straight. This is the Kelly thing. Straight. Lee Daniels. They know they ain't right. Yes, it's a double standard. This is what Tiffany says. But oh well, it's how it is. Okay, bitch. So she's like supposed to just, now this is Issa. Okay. So bitch, she's just supposed to stop seeing Jared just because he doesn't subscribe to the heteronormative rejection of, first of all, come on, Issa. With the subscribe to the heteronormative rejection of sexual fluidity. I can't say that word. One woman studies class, and this bitch, she just spoke a word. What if I can't keep up? Why can't Black men explore their sexuality without being labeled gay or bi? because I want my man to be a man. That's homophobic as fuck, okay? And if Jared were white, you would be, why do black men have to fit in a box, be super masculine all the time? I mean, damn, can a nigga get his dick sucked? Okay, can we bring these drinks inside? Tell me, you found out Lawrence got his dick sucked by some dude way back. You would still be talking all this fluidity shit? Okay, well, Lawrence likes to cook, and he is very particular about his laundry. So, besides having sex with men, he's kind of the gayest. You're so stupid. Okay, well, Tiffany, what about you? Like, if you found out that Derek one time, he wouldn't, I know. But what if one time he wouldn't? No, because he would never. So that's that. Wow, denial. What's up? Where y'all been? Or y'all been together? So they're going to see a play. My cousin's janky ass play. He a hood rat, but we family. This shit going to Broadway. Hilarious. I have to tell y'all, this is the best show ever. But it happened one time. Okay. So wait. So Issa and Molly now are having a moment with everybody else left. She's like, girl, I know what Jared said was tough. She said, but it happened one time and he's a good person. So if you like him, don't let that shit ruin it. That's what Issa told her. Facts. That's what I said. She said, I'm gonna try. She said, all right. Which, that's what I said. That's what the fuck I said. That's all I was saying. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was saying what Issa said. Issa said what I said. Yeah, I got my spoon in my cup because I was stirring it, okay? Because I don't know if y'all be like, oh, what she got her spoon in her cup for? No, I'm just playing. But yes, I do have my spoon in my cup, y'all, because I was stirring it. It's matcha, and it's actually now it's not even hot no more. But anyway, I know that look, the paper on the bottom didn't completely come off. But anyway, let me know what y'all would do in the comments. I'm curious. Please let me know what y'all would do. What would y'all do if y'all were in this situation? Tell me. I would love to know. I would love to know. Have you ever been in a situation? Or if you were, how would you proceed? Do you agree with Molly's tactic? Do you agree with Issa's standpoint? Just saying. I'm just curious. So they're in the play. Amy and Aniobi, the writers always makes a cameo in each episode. What it appears. So Amy and Aniobi is playing the flute in this episode, and she said, "That's him. That's my cousin. I was just trying to teach him a lesson." Hamilton, this is not. That's what Tiffany says. No shade, but why are there two intermissions? One for the bathroom, one for food. The ladies is in the old ladies with the big church hats. Love it. Rome, shout out to Rome Green. He's been on the pod. Y'all know he was on the pod when it was audio. Epic Passion, not Epic Passion and Funny. He was on Epic Passion, which I need to bring him back on for Epic Passion and Funny. But shout out to Rome Green. Y'all know Rome Green. Y'all know my guy, Rome Green. Shout out to him because he was in this episode as one of the, was he Jesus? Because I think he was Jesus, actually. Yeah, Rome Green Jr. Amazing. I actually forgot all about he was in this episode. That's crazy. Shout out to him. Definitely got to have him back on. If y'all did not check out that episode, if y'all have not gone back and checked out everything else on the channel, past episodes, he was definitely on one of them. The audio though, but I will have him back on again. But that's the plan. So Issa is okay. They're looking at places. She's at work. Are you tired? Yes. Are you tired? She's. I'm sorry. I just didn't sleep great. She's with Frida. Lawrence calls. I got good news. I got an interview. Really? Where? With this tech company in Santa Monica. Shit, that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. He's like, thanks, babe. I feel like things could finally be falling in place for us. She's like, yeah. Thanks for just being here for me, babe. He's like, of course. She's like, of course. I love you. Rats. Oh. She's like, Frida's like, is everything okay? What the fuck? Excuse me? So they running towards the van. Excuse me, right here. I caught you. What? You caught me? I literally just watched it go from green to red. You can't just let it go this one time. That is a lie. He put a ticket on the daggone and back to your shitty ass life because that's all you've got. You don't just have a real weapon. All you have is that little stupid box. Can't even do is all you can do is write a ticket, write a receipt. What she said, she going in on him. She's so mad. They can totally stop writing. Go back to your shitty ass life because that's all you got. Damn. Got a ticket. Oh no, we got y'all van. Damn. Let that happen. I'm so fucking stupid. What's wrong with me? That's what Issa said. She's like, how did I let that happen, huh? What's fucking stupid? What's wrong with me? Hey, it's not that bad. No, damn. She just in her head and guilty. You give him. Oh, so Jared. Okay, so Jared, Ben. Shout out to Ben. Corey Jones. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm about to look it up because I don't want to. He's a writer on the show as well and a writer in his own right. Ben Corey Jones. I was right. Ben the writer. He's on this episode as the guy working at the cafe because now we're in the scene where Jared is talking to him and Molly is sitting there looking back like she's just like he a little too friendly with this guy. Of course, that's playing in her head, which she knows, so he can't even make a conversation or get too chummy because in her mind, she like, he must be fucking him. He must be fucking him. So now he's in between her legs. She's getting head, and all she can probably, you please stop, is what she says. He's like, what? What? I just can't, is what she says. I just can't stop thinking about you and that guy. Me and the guy, what? He's like, me and the guy, what? I'm sorry, I just can't do this. It's like, damn, I'm sorry, girl. That's what Issa said. She's like, I feel so stupid. So Molly says, tired of this shit never working out. Girl, that's on you. Are you sure you can't move past it? That's what Issa says. She said, no, I tried. I thought I could deal with it, but at this point, it's over. Damn. Fuck, I really liked him. I mean, why do you have to tell me? I'm such a fucking mess. Yeah, you are. As her and Issa out eating. So Issa decides to admit, I fucked Daniel. Bitch, you did what? Are you okay? You gonna do it again? She's like, then don't tell Lawrence. Just move on. So Lawrence is like, he's preparing for his interview in the mirror. So she walks in. What are you doing? He's like, going over a few questions. Just preparing for my interview. He's like, do I sound dumb? She takes off her jacket. She walks over and she kisses him. Rip off his shirt. So they did the deal. And now they just laying in the bed. You know, he get his naked ass out the bed and walks to the bathroom. And damn it, Issa sees her phone, grabs her stuff. Cause I guess he almost tripped over her stuff. He reads a text from Daniel and it says, so we really not talking? So he puts the phone back down, goes into the bathroom, and she's laying in the bed, sleep. Well, you guys, that was the end of episode 6. That was the end, guys. That was the end. Crazy roller coaster. But that was the end. Yeah, I would love to know. Feeling so far? How we feeling? So next week we get real as fuck. Next week we get real as fuck with episode 7. Y'all don't want to miss it. That's all I gotta say. Y'all don't want to miss it. Y'all don't want to miss it. But please subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you know when the new episode drops every Friday. But turn it on so y'all know, so y'all don't miss a thing that's on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe. And please hit the notification button. So y'all can keep up. Because I need y'all to be rewatching this with me. Okay? Because, yeah, that's what I need. So anyway, thank you for being here. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope you'll be back next week. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And until then, I will see you guys later. Have a great week. And see y'all later.
Thanks for watching, guys.